Hi, hello guys. Welcome back to another episode of Everyday EDC. My name is Tyler, and today I have a review for you of the ZT0393. Alright guys, so the ZT0393. This is a Hinderer design, obviously, and it really takes a lot of design ideas from both the Maximus and the Hinderer Eclipse. The Maximus has this overlay design, and it kind of looks like the Maximus. Go look it up. It looks like this overlay, this carbon fiber overlay that it has, really is Maximus like in its prime, right? It just looks like Maximus Prime. So there's that, but then the overall design style is coming from the Hinderer Eclipse. So you're getting kind of a mixture of two worlds that are both awesome worlds to come from a mixture in, and this thing hits its mark. I think it does look just like he's going for, and you can see both Hinderer designs as soon as you look at this. Enough of that. That's kind of just parading into it. This is a carbon fiber overlay that is, it is glow in the dark, and it's really hard to see. It's a very dim color. You got all these little dim glow-in-the-dark squares going on here. That's a very subtle, but kind of cool. It's kind of a cool touch. Just adds a cool little flair to the knife itself. Right here we have a pocket clip that is ambidextrous. It is deep carry and titanium. So this little spoon-style pocket clip actually works really, really well. There's plenty of space here. So it's going to create a little bit of back and forth in your pocket just because there's so much space in this clip, but it's not a huge issue. I actually prefer that over something a little bit too tight. We have some chamfering all around the edges and chamfering all over the overlay as well. And the cool thing about this overlay, it creates this sub-frame lock style situation to where you really shouldn't need an over travel stop, which I should probably look to see if it even has one, because it hits this carbon fiber, so you really can't over push on the outward side of that actual frame lock itself. Let's get into the flip. These are external stops that aren't the most useful to flip, so you're really going to have to use this flipper tab here. And as you can see, these external stops work great for the function they're designed for. They're external stops. They stop. Hey Dave, bat wings. Woohoo! All right, so we got a stop pin right here, and then some barrel spacers right here that are really reminiscent of the actual Hinderer designed barrel spacers. If you go look those up, they're basically Hinderer designed barrel spacers. So the Hinderer design barrel spacers, if you look right there, and then here is your Hinderer XM18. The barrel spacers are very, very, very similar, if not the exact same, so that's cool. This is what they call a Spanto blade shape. It comes in and it looks like a harpoon, but it's got this drop point. But the cool thing is it almost has this compound grind look right here, where you can tell there's a slightly different grind to give that pseudo, I'm not going to call it a tanto. That's what the Spanto kind of stands for, but it's almost like a Japanese tanto where it's rounded off at the edge, and so you have this separate grind going on here. You have a swedge coming down the harpoon style right here, but everything else is flat, but it's knocked down because this is a working finish, but it's called a working finish. It's basically like a heavy stonewash, bead blast style finish. I think they do both. You have a thumb ramp right here with some heavy jimping. Had a brain fart right there. That is actually really comfortable in hand. And this thing's riding on bearings. And, I was just going to get into something that I like about it, which, I don't normally do. But what I'm going to say about this knife, first and foremost, guys, this is a knife that I got in hand and I kind of didn't like it. In hand, I wasn't a fan, but then I carried it. And this is one that I actually really, really like after carrying it for a while. The ergonomics grow on you. They're actually really, really nice. And this is just, it feels really good. And this some frame lock is just nice. This thing feels great. All right, so this blade steel is sporting 20 CV. And there's a lot of talk going on here, typical of Hinderer style ZT knives. 0393 GLCF, Hinderer design, CPM 20 CV. We have a serial number right there. And then we have the ZT logo on the other side. So yes, there's a lot of talk, there's a lot of billboarding, blah, 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 blah. Let's get you guys some specs on this guy. And there is no over travel stop. I just looked as far as the steel lock bar, or the steel insert goes. So the overall weight of this guy is coming in at just about 5 ounces. So it's not going to be your lightweight style knife, but it doesn't feel insanely heavy. I mean, this thing carries really well. Let's see here. Your overall, I gotta get used to this. I'm working with less room. Working with less room in here. The overall blade length's coming in at 8 1/4. The overall cutting it, or the blade, the overall length is coming in at 8 1/4. The overall cutting edge is coming in at 3 1/4. Same thing with your blade length. They're just about the same. You do have that sharpening choil on the front that cuts off a little bit of the blade length, but that's all right. Or cutting edge, rather. Struggling here. So this is a really thick blade stock. This blade stock's coming in at 155 thousandths. But the behind the edge, due to this, the behind the edge is coming in at just about 25 thousandths. The upper side behind the edge is coming in at 22 thousandths. So you're getting a little, what? It's less up here? I didn't think it was less up there. 25 thousandths. Yeah, it's a little bit thicker up here. And that's due to the piercing style. I don't know why I got that first measurement. That was crazy. But these are both flat grinds coming on up. And this is just a less aggressive flat grind by like only a couple thousandths that give a little bit more strength to the tip. So that's a good thing. The overall thickness is coming in at blank. We are failing. The overall thickness is coming in at 0.54. So that's actually relatively thick for something that's not contoured. But the way these overlays lie, they do feel like a semi-contour. I mean, once I got used to this ergonomic feel, it does feel thick and contoured in hand because of the way these overlays are sitting there, and they give you this feeling right here and right here. It actually fills out your hand super, super nice. And then the last measurement we'll take is the overall height in your pocket. Overall height's coming in at 1.48. So that's, you know, it's going to be about 200 thousandths less than a Spyderco, but you know, it's still not going to be the most narrow knife in your pocket. It just, to me, it doesn't offer any issues. But then again, I work in a mill, I wear jeans, I wear cargo shorts or pants, whatever the case is, and it just doesn't bother me. So here's your Rat Model 1 and your Rat Model 2. As you can see, this is just about the same length as your Rat Model 2 and not to your Rat Model 1. We're going to have to edit the living shit out of this video. And I have no excuse in this one. I wish I did. So here's your Civivi Brazen and drop point and your Civivi Elementum. The Civivi Brazen's obviously coming in at still about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch less, and your Civivi Elementum's coming in at much less. So this is definitely a full-size knife. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck here. Per se. Here is your feldspar, and here's your mini feldspar. Once again, kind of the same thing, right? The large feldspar is coming in at about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch shorter. And if you guys hear scratching on the outside or like some weird sounds, FYI, that's my tortoise. He's sitting outside clawing at the window. It's kind of hilarious. But anyways, here is your Spyderco Little Native and your PM2 Ultra. Basically a PM2. It's the same exact length. Everything's almost the same exact, except for it's a button lock. But as you can see, your PM2 is, let's see, slightly shorter, but not by much. But your Little Native's coming in at much shorter. So, quick recap. This is a 20 CV blade. This is what they call a Spanto. So it has this harpoon style with a swedge going down here. It looks like a drop point, but has this multi-combo style secondary grind down to the apex, and or it should be secondary or primary grind. It's a combo primary grind going down to the secondary. We have this sharpening choil coming down right here into the plunge grind. Works out very well with these external stops, and a thumb ramp with this heavy jimping. It's not a lot of jimping, it's just large jimping that grips you very, very well right there. We have these glow-in-the-dark carbon fiber overlays on both sides that give this pseudo feeling of contour, even though it's not really a contoured style scale. It's more of a stepped style scale, right? But there's chamfering all around the edges. It's all knocked down very, very well. We have some jimping right here to hold on to your palm. It feels great in hand. Overall, the ergonomics of this guy feel really great. We have this deep carry pocket clip that is titanium, that is ambidextrous, with this cover plate right here so you don't have to look at the hole where the pocket clip goes, and that's a cool touch, right? a stop pin, and some Hinderer style barrel spacers, some KVT ball bearings. Overall, this thing feels great. The action on it is great. And functionally, this is one of those that grows on you. I originally had the 0562 in hand. And, you know, let's see if I can find the 0562 just to show you guys a quick comparison. All right, so here's your 0562. Now, originally I liked the 0562 better. And to be honest, I think I still do. But the 05393 or the 0393 does feel really good. I think the one thing that it's missing over the 0562 is that the 0562 blade feels like it fits because it's much larger. And this one, originally when I opened it, I'm like, damn, that blade feels too small for the overall body of this knife. That being said, I mean, realistically, after carrying this, I really like this. This really grew on me, and it makes me want things that I shouldn't want. Let's just put it that way. Let's get to the price. So we always kind of tap dance around this. This thing's coming in at $280. Now, is that worth it? You're getting titanium, you're getting bearings, you're getting carbon fiber, you're getting 20 CV, and you're getting ZTs, overbuilt, but really nice quality. Plus, you're getting that Hinderer name. When I wrote down my notes, I didn't agree with the price. To be honest, I don't know that this is the exact same value as this, because the ZT 0562 Ti is coming in at $280 as well. I don't know if this is worth $280, but I mean, 20 bucks. If I'm gonna say this is probably worth closer to a $260, I mean, really, you're kind of doing tomato at that point. It's really a preference thing. I think this thing is great, and if you did buy it, I think you'd be extremely happy with it. So overall, can I recommend this knife? Definitely. If you're looking for a cheaper Hinderer design that you want to get brand new, you know, that you're kind of over the 0562s, or you're not interested in that and this one interests you more, you're not going to be mad. Everything about this knife is actually really good. But give it a chance, because it's one of those that I had to carry to start liking. I didn't really like it at first. And just the more I carried it, the more it grew on me, and it just feels like a really, really good knife, and it truly is. So, do I have any dislikes before I actually, it's funny note, I put under my dislikes notes, I put price, question mark. And I've already changed my mind on that. I guess it's worth the 280, maybe 260, but it's not that far off. So my name is Tyler. This is the Hinderer ZT collab of the 0393, based on the Hinderer Maximus and the Hinderer Eclipse models. Thank you for Ryan for sending this into the channel. He sent me a bunch of knives, and I appreciate it. We're doing some trades. It's pretty cool, and it's just really cool of him to send this in. Thank you to anybody who sends me anything, and Travis, Sammy, all you guys. I can name Jason, you know, Steve. Thank you guys for sending stuff in. Jake, God, Jake sends huge boxes in. I really appreciate it. If you're looking to send something in for review, just talk with me first, because I'm so backed up right now. It's stupid, and I already feel bad. I've hung on to these for so long. So this is the Hinderer ZT. I keep calling it Hinderer. The ZT 0393. My name is Tyler. This is Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp, stay safe, and thank you guys sincerely so much for watching. Have a great day. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. It genuinely means a lot. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, give me some feedback in the comments below, and hit the thumbs down button. In case you guys don't know, I do have a Patreon, which will be listed right here. In that Patreon, we're giving bi-monthly giveaways to just the Patreons, based on the number of Patreons that we have in the Patreon. We will also be giving discounts on all the knives that I sell based on the number of patrons. My name is Tyler. This is Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp, stay safe, and have a great day.